Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can certainly do so by pulling the drop-down menu underneath the YouTube video and looking at all of the different ways there are to support the channel. Also, please read the whole video description so that you understand exactly how I would like you to use these videos when you're watching them, how I'd like you to sort of apply them into your life. This is the daily forecast for all signs, so this is for you when you see it. It is originally created for, what day is it? Oh my gosh, we're at the 12th. So, for Tuesday the 13th of April, it is originally created for that date, and we'll build upon the weekly for that week, but there might still be some information in this if you're watching it on a date that's not the 13th of April. That's okay. It might still have some validity to whatever might be going on in your life. However you choose to use it or whatever decisions you make in your life after having watched any of my videos are solely your responsibility, so keep that in mind too. So let's see what's going on with the cards. We've had some pretty kind of exciting and beautiful cards. We've also just had the new moon in Aries. So that's rather exciting too. It's all about building, taking action, fiery determination, making things happen. So let's see what's going on for the cards. What do the cards want us to know at this time? This is a collective reading too, so take what you need and kind of leave the rest. Whatever applies, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Nothing is broken or wrong. You're just working on something different at this time. And wow, another major arcana, guys. This is the star card, card number 17, which would be an 8, which would be about balance. The star is associated with the sign of Aquarius, right? And so to me, this is about expansion. This is about finding peace. This is about being connected to the collective in a way that where hopefully we feel complete, whole, things are turning a corner, things should be becoming more not only spiritually connected within us, but at peace, right? Anything that we might have issue with, anything that we might have drama around, anything that might bring us discomfort, this would be this idea of bringing that into alignment, bringing that into a state of peace, being connected to it at a sort of a higher level or a higher awareness that, we're kind of right okay exactly where we are would be sort of the star to me. It's that peaceful energy of acknowledging who we are, how we shine, our brightness, our capabilities, without being full of ourselves and not also diminishing our light either, right? But understanding we're part of a greater collective too, right? There's a million stars in the sky. And so we're one of the many millions of stars, right? Each one shining in our own particular way, right? We bring our own particular light to the situation. The interesting thing is we've seen all major arcana cards so far in the first 3 days of this week. And underneath this is that Empress energy. We're still in that Empress, maybe transferring over to that Devil energy, which we saw in the midweek. And the Devil's going to challenge us, right? He's going to show us where we're lacking, where we're anxious, where we're resentful, where we're annoyed, all of those things. He wants to exacerbate those lower base sort of reactions out of us, right? Because that's when we're not performing at our best or responding at our best. This star to me is still in line with that Empress energy, that grounded, loving Venus-based energy of creation, fertility, ideas, connection, being, tied to nature and the world around us. The star also brings us into that sort of connectivity at a more grander, spiritual scale versus that of the Empress, which would be more physical or earthy in its connection. So both of these are kind of and we saw the High Priestess yesterday, which would also be that sort of the spiritual secrets or that spiritual connectivity hopefully kicking in for us embracing that, honoring that. And the star is really about acclimating that energy into our space, right? And having both. I love how she's seated on the ground, right? Which would be Empress energy. But then she has this light or this rope, this sort of strand that goes up to her brightness in spirit. So we're connected between both of the worlds, ideally feeling at peace or that things are lining up in our favor. Things are lining up for not only our greater good, but for the greater good, maybe of the entire collective. That is also that Aquarian energy that's associated with the star. So take this card today and really settle into that peace, settle into your own belief in yourself, and allow that to sort of shine from wherever you may be at, whatever you may be doing. Settle into this energy of, maybe there's even a little bit of guidance in here, internal spiritual wisdom that we're working with, that we can allow to kind of take over is a strong term, because I don't feel like the star takes over per se, but allow this to kind of shift in and be our guide, right? To gently guide us through the day. We can trust this. It should be, with that Empress underneath it, it should be beneficial. It should be abundant. It should be fertile for new ideas, better sort of feelings, all of that sort of stuff. So move with this. This is my favorite card in the deck, really. So we have Family of Light, also a number 8. So we have 8 and 8. We have 17 and 17, 17, 17. So look at that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What are these cards trying to tell us today, guys? So I love that we have, not only this sort of connection where we have this meditating person here, and then we have these sort of spiritual, maybe they're guides, maybe they're our past loved ones, all sort of connected. And this is kind of her higher self up there connecting to the greater collective, like we see in the star, just similar to how this strand is reaching the brightness that we see up here. There's also, a correlation between the golden colors up above. And we have this sort of seated connectivity, connecting within our physical self, i.e. the Empress energy in that space of love, allowing that energy or that connection to also enable us to reach our higher self, our awareness of our higher self, and to connect into that larger, greater collective consciousness of having done our part, or we are currently in the role of doing our part and doing it quite well, alleviating any pressures, any worries, any fears, knowing that we are part of a grander scheme or a grander plan that, as long as we trust it and we move within it in faith and harmony, we will be okay. It's sort of the feeling that I'm getting from these cards. I do want to read. I love that it's 1717. That's so interesting to me. It's 88. Eights always represent sort of bringing things back into a kind of a balance or a symbiosis in a way. When you turn an 8 on its side, it's that symbol for of infinity, of everything being interconnected. And so I know this sounds a little bit far-fetched or out there, but these cards to me feel like we need to be becoming peacefully aware of where we do connect into not only ourself individually, where both of these women are seated and connected to the planet and their role in this lifetime, in this world, but they're also connected to a much greater spiritual, not only portion of ourselves, but to others in the process, even though we may not feel that way because we may be alone due to, just the way the world is right now, right? So let's go to card number 17. Family of Light. The limits that much of humanity place upon their love, that they will love their own family, country, religion, or community better than they love those on the outside, do not restrain your heart. You are capable of loving humanity, of loving all creation on earth. As an extended spiritual family, you will love all as your own. You are meant to belong to a broader family of light. And that's kind of what I feel like's going on in this star, is she's connecting up to that awareness today in a peaceful way. The invocation for Family of Light is, I choose of my own free will to receive all assistance from unconditional love so I can peacefully process any unresolved hurt, rejection, abandonment, judgment, or betrayal. I have learned how to love more unconditionally through my experiences. I have learned that love allows all beings to freely choose how they wish to live. I wish to live with openness, love, and connection in spirit and in the flesh, with those who can accept my love and love me too. Through divine grace, I ask for assistance in attracting my soul tribe and family of light, heavenly and human. that I may experience belonging and conscious community, sharing my light and love with others. Through unconditional love, may all beings feel the blessings of true family and of deep, abiding, divine love. So be it. What I did find interesting here as I was reading this, where is it? I choose of my own free will to receive all assistance from unconditional love so I can peacefully, that's the star energy, that peacefully, right, process any unresolved hurt, rejection, abandonment, judgment, or betrayal. Those are those devil energies that are coming in the midweek. We might be dealing with some unresolved hurts, rejections, abandonments, judgments, or perceived betrayals that we've experienced in our lifetime, that hopefully with the power of these cards, we are moving beyond them. We are connecting to a higher sense of self, who we are, how we engage, how we interact, and how we shine in this world, right? And from there, we feel, we're more self-reliant, yet we're also aware of more interconnectedness in the process. Does that make sense? I know it sounds weird, but that's kind of what I'm getting from these cards today. So ideally, hopefully you can take some time out to get quiet, find that peace, and look at this idea of this divine love and move within it, create within it, allow it to be your guide. Let's look to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone is on obsidian, and the word is enjoy. So enjoy this period, enjoy this sense of peace, enjoy this sense of connectivity, not only to yourself, but to those around you. Remember, the stone underneath this is also happiness. So whatever is bringing us happiness, helping us to feel more connected, and the enjoyment of this feeling, like revel in it today, guys. Trust me, it's out there for you and it's readily available. That is your forecast. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you feel so inclined. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. We will watch how this energy builds, and have a great day. It really should be ideally beautiful. All right, bye-bye.